I didn't know it was a pussy palace.
Pussy palace. I thought it was a dojo. Dojo.
We'll catch you up on why we're singing that in a sec.
Shall we get started?
Let's do it. Hi, I'm Hannah.
And I'm Hayley.
And we are your wedding planning experts.
Here to spill the tea on the inside of wedding planning and everything that goes with it.
Expect our honest opinions, the real juice on what happens on a wedding day.
With a few tips thrown in between.
And also just a chat between friends.
And of course, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And let's get you wed! Woo! So, we went to see Lily Allen last night.
Woohoo! We did.
Fresh from the stadium.
So freaking good.
It was amazing.
So freaking good.
Have you been listening to our songs today yet?
No, I've been working, mate.
Yeah, you don't,
I have
do
no time for that.
Do you not listen to music when you work?
No, I have to have silence.
Oh,
Can't
really?
have two
That's
things going on
interesting.
at once.
Mind you, I suppose you're very admin-based, whereas I'm very creative,
very.
so I like to have a bit of music on while I'm flowering. I couldn't do it in silence. It would drive me crazy.
No, I couldn't do something like that in silence. Like,
fair.
if I'm pottering around the house and
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, when I'm working on the laptop, I have to.
You're like, I haven't got time. My ears can't. I haven't got time.
Yeah, even like when I used to work in an office, it used to bug me, like background noise, like people chatting. If someone wanted the radio on, it used to really bug me.
Everyone's so different though, aren't they? Like,
I just can't focus. I'm easy distracted. So
when I'm freelancing, you've got people that like to have music on, and then there's people that prefer it to be quiet and like not near them and stuff like that.
Really, what when they're like hands on?
Yeah, like everyone's so everyone's
bizarre.
so different. Yeah. So
I'd find that bizarre to be in silence when you're like doing stuff.
Yeah.
But when you're when you're typing, like reading,
okay.
If I was like, I couldn't read a book and listen to music at the same time. Like,
okay.
Weird. So to me, emails, that's the same
thing for you.
Know?
Fair enough.
Yeah. Anyway, it was very good. I was thinking today about how like the way that like she's just so clever, because actually it was like a West End show. Obviously it's called West End Girl, because even at the end, like if you do a solo one person show, they come out and give you flowers.
Yeah, the bouquet. That's cute. I like that.
And it was quite like theatrical almost, and she didn't talk to the audience. It wasn't a gig almost, was it?
No, I actually really liked it. I think there was a more emphasis on the music, like, and I liked that it was just like going into each song, and then I thought it was amazing. I think it's one of the best gigs I've been to.
Yeah, but I think that was the idea. Is the reason she didn't talk was because it was supposed to be like a like if you went to a West End show, they wouldn't
be like, hello, thanks for coming.
Yeah. Hello, where are we? Nottingham. Hello, Nottingham.
Come on, can I get some noise at the back?
Literally, do you know what I mean? So I think that's what she was trying to achieve, and I was like,
and I think that would have made it weird if she did. It was just like subtle like nods to the audience, like I liked it. I thought it was great. I had a great time, apart from being so sweaty that we almost died.
It was very
but
hot.
we wouldn't want to be sweaty anywhere else.
No. Anyway, how's your week been other than Lily Allen?
Yeah, it's been good. I've been freelancing, had a wedding. Obviously we are in the middle of a heat wave, so Lily's nursery has closed. Or they're closing early.
I just find that bizarre.
Oh yeah, so it's just for the working mothers. It's and dads, but mainly the working mums.
Yeah.
It's a real shitter. I'm not gonna lie.
What is wrong with like schools and nurseries? Like you have a bit of snow, they close. You have a heat wave, they close.
Yeah.
Like what difference does it make whether the child's at nursery or they're at home? Yeah. Like they're gonna be hot anyway.
I was like, she'll probably be hotter here, because I just assumed they'd have like lots of fans, aircon, like it's a brand new like settings. But anyway. So that has obviously thrown a spanner in the works for me in terms of like some of my freelance work. Yes. But yeah, I've been busy. Today's gonna be quite an admin day for me. Now, because I am at home, and I've got quite a lot to catch up on. I've got weddings coming up in July. Got to do a few site visits, because some of them are having things like hoopers, so need to make sure that they're going to be happy with the placement of those things like that. You know how it is. It gets to this point.
It does.
But yeah, that's basically me in a nutshell. Just generally being sweaty in this horrendous heat.
It's not great, and we've got it all week. Another couple more days. Yeah.
What about you? I know you had a big wedding at the weekend.
We did, yes. Also, first up, guys, I'm really sorry. I'm behind on the emails for the podcast. I know a lot of people are messaging and asking for plans. And then I was really like, I'm going to, I think it was last weekend before, I'm going to catch up with these emails. I'm going to do this on the train. And then none of the attachments attached. So I've had loads of responses being like, there's nothing on here. It's not attached. I haven't had time yet to go back and sort it. Anyway, so I thought I'd just mention that. Yes, we had a wedding at the weekend. It was a really, really good wedding. I'm actually quite sad that they've fled the nest.
Yeah, you said they were a lush couple, didn't you? They were really nice. Yeah,
I was working with them for like over a year, so you just kind of build that relationship with them. But they had such a good time. The wedding was really cool. So it was at Ashridge House.
Lovely.
I'll tell you a little bit about it. So they were all from America, so 50 guests came over from America, and the theme, it was very like, it wasn't Wuthering Heights vibe, but I keep saying it is, but it was a Wuthering Heights vibe, but that was the plan before Wuthering Heights, basically. So it was very like kind of like deep and moody. There was a lot of deep reds like and stuff being used.
Bit different
lots of, like,
to what we're seeing a lot at the moment. It's very white at the moment, isn't it? Florals and things like that.
Yeah, lots of ribbons and things like that kind of, velvet tones, satin materials. So it was really like chic and cool.
Love it.
And it was just like the flowers, the florist did an insane job. Like it was so good. It was like the bride was just like taken away by what she'd
That's
done.
what I love about those colours though, because they're so striking. It makes a real impact. So when you enter the room, it's like, whoa, like it's the first thing you see. Which is
people were like that.
Yeah, like it's like we say, it's different to what we're seeing at the moment. So love that.
Yeah, and also she has a draper as part of their team, so they like draped the tablecloth, the end of the tablecloths.
Yeah,
and all the cake table as well. Nice. And the cake was like a big oval cake.
Oh, I was gonna say,
it was like
what was
that
the cake?
Lambeth style, but it was like a 2-tier, but it was oval shaped. It was really, really cool, really nice, like nicely decorated with the frills and whatever. It was amazing. And actually we did a caterpillar setup. So that is basically your round tables connected. So we did like lots of those. And the only reason we did that, normally I've said on here before, I'm not a big fan of it, but the reason we did it was the spacing for the room is a massive room. So it just takes up, like, if you've got a space where you're like, oh
how
God,
do I fill this?
I need to fill it. Caterpillar tables are quite good because you can actually only fit about like 4 or 5 people on these. Not even that actually. And the inner ones is kind of hard to explain. But if you've got if you're watching on YouTube, if you've got like one here and then one there and then one there, that middle one you can actually really fit a couple of people on the outside and one in there.
Yeah.
So you're saying like 3 to 5 people per table. So whereas normally on a round table you're fitting like 7, 8, so 8, 9, 10.
So you've got double the amount of tables, so you're taking up like a lot of.
Yeah. So for their guest numbers, normally if you're doing rounds, you'd have probably about 6 or 7 tables. They had 14. So it's a big difference. But it's a lot of space to fill. You've got to have the floral budget to do it.
I was going to say everything. Then obviously, if you want to do that, you need to accept that then your budget for everything is gonna.
Yeah, well,
florals and table decor essentially.
Yeah.
You don't, otherwise, it would just look barren.
Yeah, because you've got quite a bit of space to fill. But so no, it was really, really good day. I wouldn't say anything was really. There was a few family politics. I won't go into detail because obviously it's personal. But
weddings.
Bit of family politics in the morning. But thankfully, by the wedding, it was actually fine. It was kind of out the way, which was good. Like everything just kind of went to plan. The supplies were all amazing. We had a really good team. I've had the photos back and they're incredible. It was all like pretty good feedback, to be fair. Like there wasn't anything like absolutely major to feedback to anybody. They had like the menus on the tables, and then say like that, like a standard kind of A5 menu. Yeah. And then they had a lace border.
Oh.
So nice.
Oh, okay. Yeah, nice. Yeah.
They looked really good. And we didn't do, because they're American, we did like escort card service. Yep. So we didn't have like a table plan or anything. The welcome sign was really nice. That was printed on like a bit of lace. She got that off Etsy.
Nice. I like that.
And we put that on like an A-frame, and then again the draper like made it look really
cool. What did they have for
their
their food?
receptions. They had like just kind of plated 3-course meal, but they actually had their wedding cake as dessert.
Oh, okay.
So they cut their wedding cake in the drink. So they wanted to cut it in the drink reception. So at the end of the ceremony, they went off, had 10 minutes together while we like got everybody in and got them all ready for the drinks reception. So we then got the couple in. They came into a song that the saxophonist was playing. Then they went straight over to the cake, cut the cake, and then we could then take it off, cut it up, and then the caterer took it off, cut it up, ready for dessert. But then they had their dessert because the package included like a 3-course meal. They had like a dessert cart then in the evening.
Oh, that's
and they
nice.
had
I like
so
that.
much in the evening. The evening was the best part of this day. So they had pizza, Greg's sausage rolls, because the groom's family are British, and when he always remembers when he was a child, like coming to Britain and having Greg's sausage rolls.
Greg's
so it was like a little thing
staple.
for him. Yes, yeah. So we went and picked them up. I was like, there's far better sausage rolls out there.
Oh, I
like,
know.
Yeah, Greg's. And they're literally the worst.
Oh, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a big fan of a Greg's sausage roll. No,
so I'm not a fan of it at all, to be honest.
Not a sausage roll girl.
Nothing from there.
Oh no, Greg's in general.
Yeah, no, not a fan. So they had that, the dessert cart. They had like all personalised pizza boxes, and they had a really like big full-on band. But the highlight of the night, they had a tattoo artist.
Oh, so
I'm all
cool.
for it.
Yeah,
every wedding should have a tattoo artist. And I think a lot of people think, my guest wouldn't really get it. Honestly, it was so busy to the point they had to close it off.
Oh my gosh, that's actually insane. Yeah,
can't do any more.
Wow.
They basically like pre-designed with the tattoo artist like loads of little mini ones.
I was gonna ask.
So let them relate it to them.
Are they like?
Yeah. So one of them was a Greg's sausage roll.
Oh my! Did anyone have the sausage roll?
I don't think so.
Oh my God,
no.
that's quite.
And then there was like, I've got one. Where's mine?
Oh yeah.
Cute.
So
mine's
cute.
just like 2 little hearts. So like there was little basic things like that, and then there was like like cherries. There's a poppy because they're from California,
like
so
that.
like Californian poppy.
Yeah.
Like there was all little things like that meant something, and then there was some that were just like kind of just nice little tattoos, or you could have like letters and things like that. So and they had theirs done first, so they'd already pre-designed. Theirs were different. He got her a B for her name on his ring finger.
Sweet.
And then she got 304 because they actually legally got married on Halloween, which
Did
is the
they?
in California. They got married 31st of October, and that's the 304th day of the year. So she got
gosh.
304.
I like that.
That's
That's cute.
Yeah, so everyone just book a tattoo, and honestly, not as expensive as I thought it was going to be.
I
Can't actually remember the total cost off the top of my head, but not as expensive as I
I
thought.
actually quite like that because obviously if you know your guests and you know it's something they're gonna like, I think that's really cool. Like,
but I think even if you think they're not going to like
they
it,
actually
they will.
might. Yeah.
Yeah, because honestly, we didn't think it was going to be as busy as it was, and there was like people that they never thought would get a tattoo getting
And
one.
when would you open something like that in the wedding? Like when would you?
We did it in the evening. We did it so as soon as they'd finished dinner and went through like once the first dance was done, it was then open at 8 p.m. till midnight.
Oh, that's so cool. And did
people are probably more likely to get one at that time of the day.
That's right. I was going to say it's like if you go to like Magaluf, you go I've never been, by the way.
Floats your boat.
I've never been to Magaluf. I wouldn't know, but I think that's what people do. Get a drunk tattoo.
That's what she's seen on the TV, on the movies.
What was I going to say? Yeah, did they have a band or a DJ or?
Yeah, band. Yeah, they had the full band.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so they had like singer, pianist for the ceremony. Yep. Then they had the saxophonist for so it was all the same company though.
Yeah.
For the
cool.
drinks reception, and then they went into like full band with that singer and the saxophonist.
I like that.
Steve.
So put a good budget into their like live music. That's good.
Yeah, they were very about entertainment.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, we had a magician as well.
Ah.
Yeah, for the drinks
Can't go
reception.
wrong.
He's really good. Yeah, we love him. We recommended him. Worked with him a few times. He's really, really good. So yeah. Yeah,
amazing.
It was a really fun day. They had like a little rehearsal. Americans had like a little rehearsal. Well, we said it's a welcome party basically the night before, and they did this Italian buffet at the venue. And oh my god, it was so good. Like I could have eaten so much food. I was like, I need to not film myself.
Oh my god.
It was so good. And then at the end of the night, so then they had the wedding day, and then the next day they just basically said everyone was kind of in the same place, so they had a bit of breakfast and left. But it was a lot of hungover people. They did full open bar. They're American, so they do.
Yeah.
And the cocktails, so we designed them all. This is the one I was telling you about. We went for the tasting. It was like the best cocktail tasting I've ever been to.
Yeah.
Yeah. So good. The drinks were
Oh,
so
that's
good.
amazing.
Yeah,
I love that.
Yeah, it was really fun. They wanted, and that's what they said to me. She wanted a certain aesthetic. She wanted it to be very her. This is the bride as well that said that she thinks that the only way a wedding can ever be timeless is if it's personal to you.
I love that.
So like, yeah,
so true.
It's so true. And I was like, when she said it to me, I was like,
oh my God,
yeah.
genius.
The next day, the florals were going in for another wedding, and they were really, really pretty. And she was like, I kind of looked at that and was like, really, really nice, but it's just so not me. And we were saying about how, because when we were looking for inspiration for their wedding, it was like quite difficult to find those kind of colour schemes with flowers and stuff. And then when we were looking at florists, she very much wanted to see someone that could do that style of work, but no one really had any imagery of that kind of vibe.
Quite hard,
so it just shows us quite rare. But she was like, it's just so them, and I loved that. And that was what her brief to me was. I want it to be really about very much our vibe, and I want it to be fun.
Yeah,
and I think
they nailed it.
It was achieved.
Oh, I love that for them. That sounds amazing.
That was basically my week, and other than that, I'm just swamped in admin.
Yay! Hooray for wedding season.
I know, but we haven't got another wedding now till 11th of July.
Oh,
so
nice.
I've got a couple of weeks without one, so I'm
Yeah.
just like cracking on getting.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. Oh, it's all those last minute bits though, isn't it? We're also tying up suppliers and plans and all that
just,
stuff.
Like, planning for next year.
Yeah.
Still keeping on the social media. I've been recruiting. Like, there's just so much stuff.
So much
like,
to do.
Accounts, like, yeah. Yeah.
Amazing. Well, guys, this week is Newsy Bits, and we have been actually inundated with weddings over the last couple of weeks. So just a few to mention. So we've got Dua Lipa and Callum Turner. I think that's probably...
They finally got married.
Yeah, and we obviously had this discussion, didn't we?
Yes.
Like, we were like, obviously we said we'd seen that they'd been in Sicily, and we were like, I think they are, but we weren't sure, but they were. Yeah. And now they have released like some photos online and stuff, and I think Vogue and Elle and stuff have like covered it. So we've got that one. We've also got Perrie Edwards, who's married her, obviously long-term partner. They've got kids together and everything. I think he's a footballer, isn't he? Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. Yeah, he's a footballer, but let's be honest, we know who Perrie Edwards is.
Yeah, we know who she
and
is.
then Made in Chelsea's Emily Blackwell, she got married as well. So very, very wedding heavy in the news. So which is great for us because we get lots of content to look at and have our opinions on.
But I am disappointed that we've got 3. Although where is Dua Lipa from? I don't even know.
She's from Albania.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. So that kind of makes sense. But we've got 3 abroad weddings. What was it? Portugal, Sicily, and
Mallorca? I think it was Mallorca. Yeah.
Is it? Yeah. So I was a bit like, no British weddings there.
Yeah. We've been saying we really want a good British wedding, don't we, from a British person. Yeah. Celebrity. But they're just all going abroad.
They're all going abroad, guys. And there's us, they're moaning about heat wave. I'm like, how are you coping in the heat of these weddings?
Yeah, exactly. Her aircon probably, because they're more equipped out there, aren't they?
True. But they're all outside. They're all having ceremonies outside. They're all having dinners outside. That must be really hot. And I know from like anyone I know that's done abroad weddings, they do tend to happen a lot later in the day. Run until like early hours. Yeah. But still... I don't think I could cope. I've never been to an abroad wedding. Well, I worked. I haven't. When I used to work for other planners, but I've never actually
been as a guest. Yeah, me either. Yeah. I really want to go to one though.
Yeah. So what one are we starting with?
I think we should start with Dua Lipa's wedding.
Okay, fine.
And I just got to say, I was absolutely obsessed with her dress, her day dress. The feathers, the veil, the back was all beautiful. Like. Crystals and diamond. I just loved her. I thought she looked absolutely insane. Stunning.
Yeah. Very like scraped back.
Yeah.
Look half up, half down with the hair.
And he looks very dapper. Very smart. He's given. I mean, there's been a lot of like rumors that he might be the next James Bond. And he's given James Bond.
Yes, I have heard that. Yeah. Well, do you know what I did like about this was he was in black tie. Yeah. This is the thing I find with the broad weddings. There's a lot and I understand why. It's really hot. They go for this linen beachy vibe. Yeah. And I just love a classic.
I'm not a fan of that linen beach vibe, though. I just don't.
No, same.
No shade.
It makes sense. It makes sense if you get married on a beach. But a lot of these like Italian and Sicily weddings are at really nice venue, like historical venues.
Yeah.
But the wedding that we did at the weekend, they had black tie, and it just looks so smart.
Yeah,
love it.
It
really
does.
like it.
It does.
Yeah.
But
other than that, we haven't got masses.
No,
have we?
mainly it's a lot about like the outfits that we've seen and
the fashion. I want to see the setup. I want to see the flowers.
Yes, I really do. Do you know what? I haven't even seen her with a bouquet. I don't think I've even seen a picture of her with a bouquet, but I see that he's wearing, I was trying to zoom in on this picture because you can't see very well, but it looks like he's wearing some kind of protea or a leucadendron head. It's like a very dry, it's like it looks like it's a fresh flower, but it's red, but I can't work it out, red. Which makes me think,
I'm not gonna, it looks like a poppy to me.
Yeah, it looks, but whatever it is like, so I'm like, is that like a nod to what they had everywhere else, or
maybe?
I just can't work it out, so I'm really intrigued for the like decor photos on this one.
And the wedding venue looked insane, like that classic Sicilian brickwork. I really want to see their food as well, like the menu. Like, did they do the classic Italian stations like you do in Italy? Like, I love the low cut back on her dress as well, just to say.
I do. Really she just looked absolutely stunning. Like, I was just beautiful. Like, oh my God. And the headdress that she had as well.
I didn't like that.
Did you not?
No.
I really like that as well.
It looked like peacock vibes. And again, I think it's one of those things that in 10 years you're like, what the hell was that in my head?
What was I doing? But then they do things like this, don't they, celebrities, so that it is talked about. So like when we're like 20 years time, we're still doing this podcast. And we'll be like, where do you remember when you got married?
Literally,
Oh dear, but yeah, stunning, and I loved it. But
yeah, hopefully we'll get some more stuff, and we can debrief even more.
Yeah. So next up, we've got Perrie Edwards. So yes, married in Portugal. They say it's an intimate wedding, but for all the videos and stuff I've seen online, it doesn't look very intimate. It's very big.
Yeah. Do you know what? Think that? Sorry, just to cut in here, I just said I've never been to an abroad wedding. One of my friends got married in Portugal. I was a bridesmaid at the wedding. Oh my God. It was 7 years ago, I'm just going to say.
Was it pre-COVID?
Yeah,
well, that's why you forgot it. Because after COVID, that was, you know what I mean? It was just, it's like a block in life.
Exactly. COVID, you know?
Pre-COVID.
I just remembered, that was quite hot. They got married at 5 o'clock.
Oh,
I remember it being quite warm, but we had like a nice, like, long time to get ready. And then by the time, and it was she had dinner within the venue. So this was when, you know, like, it's all the vibe now to have like these long tables outside on a lawn.
Yeah.
With the venue in the background. That wasn't such a big thing in 2019. She is Portuguese, that's why she got married there. Yeah. But it was inside a venue, so it was a lot cooler. And then by the evening, when the party was out in the courtyard, it was lovely and breezy. So yeah, sorry, just remembered that.
Just thought you better say.
Just throwing that in.
Didn't want to like.
Do we know where in Portugal they got married? 'Cause they got married in. My friend's was in Sintra.
No, it was in Estoril. I don't know where that is. I'm not going to pretend I know Portugal. But
no. But what I will say is, from my experience at my friend's wedding, she must have been bloody hot in that long sleeve dress.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah, also my friend got married in September, so it is a little bit cooler. We're in the height of summer right now in Europe. Like June is like
heat wave central, guys.
June, July is so hot to go to Europe. Yes. She must have been so
and it really looks to me like that dress would not be out of place at a winter wedding, because it looks like thick lace, like lacy kind of thick.
100%.
Do you know what I mean? It looks it does look
huge train and
hot.
I mean, it was stunning. I really liked it. It was beautiful.
It was very, because I know they got married in a little Catholic church in this village. It does look very Catholic vibes, that dress.
Yeah. It does, yeah.
Do you know what I
mean? It does, yeah. Also, her bouquet, she had like the single stem lilies.
Yeah, the calla lilies.
That's what my couple had. So she had, I forgot to mention about this, at the weekend, the bridesmaids had like 3 stems of the lilies with a black bow.
Yep.
And then the bride had the beaded. Are you calling it a back? Basically, she was holding a load of beads, and on the end
was
it had
the colours.
lilies.
Yeah.
I don't really know what you're calling.
It
looks like a bag.
It does look like a bag. People say a floral bag or just a handheld bag, like a. It's very bespoke, is what it is.
Yeah, so, she had it draped over
her
love
arm. That. That's cool.
Yeah.
It's very, very on trend, is this calla lily vibe at the moment.
Yeah.
And it's very simple to kind of pull off. Do you know what I mean? But this,
100%.
you have to be careful, because although you think, it's just a few of the same flower together, it's actually quite hard to get it to look good. And they mark very, very easily. They are very delicate, and there's two different types of calla lilies. So you get the little mini ones, which are like very small, and then you get the ones like like Perrie Edwards has got, which is the big Zanderdeschia proper calla lilies that you would see growing in the garden, like them big massive like arum lilies basically. But they are just they you literally look at them and they're creased. It's quite sad.
Well, yeah, do you know what, that's a good point that you made there, because I had a load of flowers. I got a load of flowers from the wedding, and the lilies, they were the dark, like the deep purple lilies, but a lot of them were like bent over, like almost like snapped off, like just in transportation.
Yes, they are
like when
so
I was taking them out, whereas the roses were like hard, were like, I had to bin quite a few of those because they're just like,
they're not the best last. You'd think they were, because they look like quite a sturdy
they look
flower,
a hardy
right?
flower, but the stem is really soft.
The stem, I'll tell you what as well, guys, there's nothing worse than the bucket. If you let a bucket go over one of them in a florist shop with calla lilies, oh god, the smell. It's one of the worst. That and gerbras, rank.
Oh, you know what? You're so right, because again, I'd put one of these in a vase at home, these lilies with a load of roses and whatever, and the next day it literally, by the next morning,
disintegrated.
Yes,
they literally bad.
Yeah, what the hell?
Yeah, sorry. Speaking of flowers, though, I was just looking at their where they've walked into the church. Have you seen this?
It was basically like a church at the top of some very, crazy stairs.
Yeah.
It almost gave like Greek vibes.
I literally was like, my big fat Greek wedding. It's literally what it reminded me of.
Literally. And then they had like the white carpet put right up the centre, and I wonder if there was coordinators there telling the guests not to walk up that carpet.
It's a very white carpet, I mean...
Yeah, was there a different entrance
must have
what?
been.
And then, all the flowers. But that's a lot of work, effort and money if... That was just. I'm wondering, did they then move it somewhere else?
Yeah, because they're like little.
No, as in like, was the wedding then? So in my head, I'm thinking, was there like, I don't know, like a piazza at the bottom of these stairs where they then had the wedding tables, or did they then transport all the guests to another venue? Because if it was there, then great, because you've still got those flowers in the background.
Yeah.
But if you're then going elsewhere, that's a lot to move.
That is very true.
I can see in the article that it says that guests milled into the courtyard for champagne and ice cream. So I'm wondering if it was all in the same kind area.
Of area. Yeah. And from the photos, you can see they have moved the florals. Like we always say, don't we? Like you'll always recommend put them in front of the stage, like around the cake and things like that.
Definitely.
So they've done that, but
it looks stunning.
Really, really nice. I'll tell you one thing that did surprise me though, and this is absolutely no shade, because obviously best thing you can do is say to a florist, can we use seasonal flowers? We want all white. But you can see quite clearly in the photos, especially of them walking up to the church, that they've used chrysanthemum blooms.
Right.
Can you see the ones that look a kind of white spiky flower?
Yeah.
That's a chrysanthemum.
Right.
But which is fine, but lots of people are like anti-chrysanthemums. They don't want them, like,
why?
They're seen as like a bit of a cheap flower. But I've used them loads. Like I've used them a lot. Like they make they look lush in this design. They're a big flower. They're actually a good alternative to a dahlia. Nice. As well. But do you know, it's just the first time I've looked at a celebrity wedding and they've used chrysanthemums. So I'm like, fair play, bring back the chrysanthemum.
Yeah, and in quite a few of the photos, I can see it looks like they've gone very like white, like the dance floor's white. It looks like in the corner of a picture, like there was like a white, like 3-tiered wedding cake.
Yeah, you can see it, can't you? Like
and all the linen was white, and then we did get a photo of the place, and then they had the gold rim charger,
lush,
with like a white plate on that.
They got the little oyster, haven't they, as well?
Yeah, I love the oyster.
I like
love that with the little pearl, and they've gone very neutral gold. I'm quite shocked by the gold. I'm not gonna lie, because gold is kind of out now.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
My
is
goodness.
really. It's kind of done.
Yeah.
It's done. And we've spoken about it before. It's like matching the golds up and stuff.
Can be quite hard.
So many nice. Do you know what looks stunning on this? Is like there's quite a few decor companies who do it now, like the pearlescent stemmed cutlery.
Oh, I love that stuff.
So good.
Yeah, so nice.
It really would have done. And I mean, I don't know what you can get in Portugal. But in England, we could have really elevated them. Because even on the picture, the gold rim charger, you can see where the gold's rubbed off on the edge. Things like that, I was just quite surprised by.
Oh, shade.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I've just zoomed in to see that.
Yeah, can you see it?
Now I can see,
what I mean?
but I'm also looking at their menu.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they got a lemon sorbet between the starter and the main. I love that.
Fillet steak, sea bass, asparagus. Oh, it's a choice menu, is it? Or... Oh, yeah, it's a choice. It says fillet or sea. Oh, I see. Right.
So they would have had like the steak and the sea bass on the tables, and then you've got the shared then sides.
Okay.
A dessert was a trio.
Oh, yeah.
Also, the starter was there's a beetroot carpaccio for the vegan one, but I can't see what the
something served with garlic brandy and chili.
Yeah. Nice. They got the drinks on the menus. I like that. I like that little touch. A little
wine like that.
Yeah, and what you look, they had all sorts of little drinks going on there. Yeah, they had a rosé, a red, a white. Some beer, soft drinks, water,
coffee and tea.
Coffee and tea. Go wrong.
Overall, looks like a very nice wedding, and she had 3 outfit changes as well.
She did. Yeah. What did you think of the glittery dress?
I like the glittery one.
Yeah.
Didn't like the short one. That was very late
with the thing on her head. What was that about?
Sorry, I just didn't expect you.
Was that for the evening?
I don't know, but it was a real out there choice. Whoever's styled that.
Because I'm a bit like that. She should have stuck in the Diamante dress. That was beautiful. Like, she could have danced in that. Why did she go to that?
That is her party look, apparently.
Lace play suit with the thing on the head.
It's the thing on the head that's throwing me. Again, it looks really hot.
It looks like it's from Shein. I'm not gonna.
Do you know, it reminds me of one of my nan's like tea cozies.
Oh,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh no, I feel really bad.
I just don't understand. And when did she chat? Like, was that was the main dress the ceremony dress? And then because it looks like for their dinner and stuff, she's taken the veil off and whatever, so she was still in her lace dress. Then so how much use did this Diamante dress get? Unless maybe she wore that until like midnight, 1 a.m. and then they had like an after party till 4 a.m. then she put the short one on.
Yeah, maybe.
That makes sense. But she doesn't look drunk enough to.
No, and what makes me
they still look very fresh.
He sort of just stood there and he's like black. He's got like a black shirt, black trousers on, looking a little bit cash. And then she's in this lace ensemble, which kind of looks a bit fancy dress.
I feel like she would have flashed her knickers a lot if she was dancing in that as well. It was very, very short.
Very short. You got it, flaunt it. What can I say?
Yeah. Well, there you go. Well, that's that.
Another wedding bites the dust.
Emily Blackwell.
Yes.
She was Mallorca.
Lots
of Made in Chelsea co-stars there. If you're a Made in Chelsea fan, again, a very kind of historical kind of building.
Yeah, it's very similar looking. I know they're obviously Spain and Portugal. Yeah, I don't know if they have similar kind of architecture, but it does look very similar. And although she's gone for very white, heavy on the florals, but then they've added like some green hydrangeas in. It's all hydrangeas from what I can see in the decor of this.
Like the light suit.
He's gone for the linen. He's gone for the linen.
What I would say about this wedding, right, is if you are looking to plan, like obviously looking at Dua Lipa's wedding, looking at Perrie Edwards' wedding, they're going to be crazy budgets.
Yeah.
This wedding is definitely a mediocre budget wedding. So if you're getting, without throwing any shade here, but you can tell it's a lower cost wedding. Can't you? Can.
Oh yeah,
it's
more realistic for the people like that for like people like me and you, right? Like the general public.
Inspiration, for an abroad wedding, great. I mean, things like so where they've got married, at the top of the aisle, they've got a white carpet which has been laid on gravel, but it's not got anything under it, so you can see the Yeah, and it's been held in place by a pile of rocks at the top.
I've got to say something right now, but if we're throwing a little bit of shade, but I've got to say it.
Is it the ceremony flowers?
No. It's it's the ceremony, not the ceremony, the reception dinner, and they've obviously got like lovely fairy lights above all of the banqueting style tables, but the structure is just bare to be seen. I was like, that should be covered with some foliage or something. Do you know what I mean? Is it just me? Am I?
No, I'm not keen on those lights either, but I know what you mean. You can make them look a lot better. But yeah, but she had very green and white again.
Yeah.
I wasn't keen on that ceremony structure
at
the top of the aisle. Have you seen that with like the hydrangeas? And
yeah,
stuff?
yeah. I know what you mean.
It's quite like 5 years ago when people are doing those asymmetrical arches. I feel like they're a thing of the past now.
Yeah.
Like there's so many. You know, if she'd have done like the different height pots on different plinths, I just think that's a lot more like that kind of vibe.
They also look a little bit lost because it's next to a massive is it a cypress tree? You know, those like big, like long cone shaped. There's quite a lot of shrubbery there, and then you've just got like
quite lost,
and they're quite thin.
Yeah.
So they don't make.
I wouldn't say they're
impact.
A statement. No. There's also a child. Is that their child? Have they got a kid?
Yeah, they've got a kid.
Around at the top. Okay, fine.
We'll let it go. Okay.
We'll let it go.
Let it go.
Bridesmaids were all in like a nice green.
Yeah.
I think they're in the satin dresses, which I always feel for bridesmaids that are put in satin dresses at abroad weddings because
man, you're gonna be sweaty.
One of my friends, her sister got married abroad and she had a satin dress and she said it was just a nightmare because you just showed every sweat mark possible on the dress. And
the bridesmaids look like they're in those dresses where you basically pick a colour and then you can have any different style, which is very like what we would, you know what I mean, like budget friendly, nice. Right? That's what I'm trying to get at here. Like, so it's more like definitely aimable for people.
They think they went for sharing starter. They had like the bread, the olives, the burrata, the bits and bobs like that. And then main, they had lamb, chicken, sea bass. So I don't know if that's sharing or whether they did choice. And then they had their cake. Was the
mille filet?
Yeah, and the mille filet, and then but they had that as dessert. So I'm wondering if they cut it and then served it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Again, that was a very 2021 vibe. I don't know what it suddenly went big. Was the mille filet?
Yeah.
It was like the big cake
I know exactly
vibe,
what you
and then
mean.
everybody had that. Wherever I think it's quite a European thing. So. Yeah, I'm not a fan of it.
It's almost like people have seen it. They've planned their wedding like a year or so ago, but now at this point, it's trickled its way down, but it's been done.
Yeah,
sort of thing.
But they got legally married a couple of years ago, didn't they?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Also, did you see our place cards? We're doing these for a couple we've got this year with the shape of the lemon. We're all doing all different fruits.
Oh, really? Oh my gosh, that's really cool. I love that.
I know, they're so nice.
I love that.
Nice. So yeah, I'd say you can definitely tell. Obviously, like we say, it is a more like probably reasonable cost wedding, so it is probably good for a bit of inspiration if you're getting married.
Although her dress was $3,000.
I'd say that's a pretty
but like in terms
from a designer.
Yeah, for a design, no, that's true. That's very true. But like in terms, you know, when you just think about like when you're looking at that ceremony setup, the flowers, the carpet, like, and then the dress is like you can like the money's been spent on the dress.
Yeah.
Do you know what
I would say if you're going to like a dress boutique in London,
you're going to be spending $3,000. Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, you're spending $1,000 at wed to be.
Yeah, well, exactly. So, you know? And if you want it made to you know, made to fit and designer bespoke, then you're looking 3, 5, 7 upwards. The price is endless.
Yeah, literally. What did you think? I've seen this scarf around the neck quite a lot.
Yeah,
lately.
I have. I like it. Chic.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's nice.
She looked really beautiful.
She did look
very
stunning.
She's got that very like
natural,
British quintessential
like not a lot of makeup, very natural look, and I actually really very
like
pretty.
A rosy lip.
Yeah, very pretty.
I was also quite surprised that they went for the old crossback chairs because I would only ever put a crossback chair in a barn. Or like a really like rusticy vibe, like a marquee that's quite rusticy vibes.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
I was quite surprised by that. Maybe it's just all the venue had and they didn't want to pay for the extra. Yeah. But yeah, I'm just looking closer at these. Yeah, I see what you mean. Because in the dinner, you could see the full frame of where that they've put up to then have those lights. But in the daytime, it doesn't look great. In the evening,
because it kind of like in the evening it kind of it's obviously.
Oh, it's a Sassy Holford dress. That's a very good price for a Sassy.
Oh, is it? I wouldn't know, to be honest with you. I'm not.
Yeah, the bridesmaids were the maids-to-measure dresses, the one you were saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah,
there you go.
interesting.
Yeah, but it was quite, and they went for like a standard white linen as well. So yeah. There you go. I think I can see like on the tables, they've just gone for like little bud vases.
That's all I can see. Yeah.
Some white pillar candles, some random lemons.
Yeah, I've saw the lemons.
Yeah, and then like a sage green napkin. So I would say
it's quite. Yeah.
There you go.
Amazing. Wow, that was our newsy bits. I don't know if you have you seen anything else particularly this week that you've.
No,
I think it's just been wedding heavy, but
it is.
I mean, there's.
I haven't really been online.
No. I just literally here and there see bits, and I'm like, oh, But I was interested. I was excited when I saw that Dua Lipa had like posted like content. I was like, oh my god, we've been waiting for this. So yeah, definitely. Can't wait for more of that to come out. Anyway,
there we go. What we were saying was we were quite like, you know, very not similar weddings, obviously very different, but very like white, green, heavy, very abroad vibes.
Yeah.
You know, there's a pool that features in most of the photos. You know, that kind of.
They've definitely got their similarities, but yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Amazing.
Should we go on to the listeners' questions and messages?
Let's do it.
Okay, fab.
So we've got, hiya, I'm loving your podcast as I'm planning our 2027 wedding. I had a question for you guys. We're planning a festival teepee style wedding and we're getting food trucks. We wondered how people tend to do the speeches when they don't have a sit down meal. Additionally, there's more time without the sit down meal, so how do people tend to fill it?
Okay. Well, straight away, I'd say start later in the day.
Yeah.
If you're not having a sit down meal, you can have a bit more of a chilled, relaxed vibe. And yeah, I would say it's quite popular now for people to have a speech during a drinks reception. So everyone's just kind of stood about. You give the mic to whoever's doing the speech or the MC, round everybody up, and everybody just kind of stands there and listen. And it actually works really well. It's actually quite nice. You know, as soon as people know you're doing a speech, they'll come over.
Yeah, they do.
But yeah, I would still say that, I mean, it depends how many guests you're having. But if you're still getting, like, doing food trucks, I mean, that can take a bit longer. So say you're doing, like, I don't know, like a pizza van, a gyros van, a tacos van, right? Just say you got 100 guests. You're still going to need to be able to have, like, enough tables and chairs for that many people. So, I mean, again, if you're going for, like, picnic bench vibe, then people can just sit. Whereas say you got some picnic benches, some other tables, some, I don't know, picnic blankets that people can sit on, and people are just going up, helping themselves, and then whatever. You're still going to need to run that for a couple of hours.
Yeah.
For like, because you can just be like, go up when you want. You know, like when you go to like a food festival and you go up when you want, you eat when you want.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if you are doing it where there's only like one truck,
and then you're sending.
Yeah, you still need to serve. You need to go table by table. Yeah.
See, this is what I was thinking, because I've been to a wedding where they had one food truck and then there was about 120 guests and they sent us up table by table and it took about 2.5 hours till
it's long.
It was actually a long time.
Yeah. I think if you're going to go for this informal vibe with food trucks, you need multiple food trucks. You need a 2-hour window. Like, you need to literally treat it like when you go to a food festival vibes. Yeah. Have a dessert one as well. Have all of them open between, I don't know, say you get married at 4, drinks reception from 4:30 till 6. Yeah. Open your food trucks 6 till 9.
Off we go. Yeah. I actually really like the idea of what you've said of doing it in the drinks reception. I actually think that's nice, because then you can just stand there, do your little ding, ding, ding. Yeah. I think it's great. Get it out of the way, say your thank yous. Now everyone just crack on, help yourself to the food that's here. Love it. Exactly. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, have a nice like formal ceremony, formal drink reception. You know, have your champagne or your prosecco, have your little canapes, have your speeches, then go into an informal vibe with your street food trucks opening. Maybe you've got a saxophonist roaming around. Maybe you've got a tattoo artist in the corner. Maybe you've got a magician roaming around. I love that vibe.
Yeah, I do.
I think it's cool.
I like that.
But you've got to have enough food. It's got to be like... Go, if you haven't ever been to a food festival, go to a food festival experience it. I freaking love a food festival.
Oh god, sounds like my dream.
But you don't you know what it's like when you go to like a crap one and there's only a couple and the queues are so long
and then you just give up and it's like, what's the point? I think you need to give people choice, and I think you need to assess how many you need based on. I mean, say someone's got, I don't know, 120 guests, and how many would you say they need? Like 3, 4?
I'd say like 3 or 4 is fine. Yeah. But also you need to order, so you can't then say, okay, I've got 120 guests, I've got 3 food trucks, I'll do 40 per each, because it doesn't work like that. You're still going to need to probably cater for like 70% on each one. Yeah. So you'd still need 100 guests, you still need 70 pizzas, 70 gyros, 70 tacos. Yeah. And then, you know, because some people will probably go and get multiple as well. So, but what you could do is ask the food trucks to then box up, like, you know, like the wedding we did last weekend, all the leftover pizza, they just boxed it up and people took it home.
Amazing.
So,
yeah, agree. Okay, guys. Well, thanks for listening. That's us for today.
Yes, thanks, guys.
You know where you can find us. You can watch us on YouTube. So it's YouTube sweating away / Let's Get You Wed. And you can follow us on socials. It's at Let's Get You Wed Podcast. Send us your questions, your dilemmas, anything you want. It's Let's Get You Wed Podcast @gmail.com, and we'll reply on here. And we release episodes every Thursday. So make sure you subscribe and follow. See you next week.
Guys. Bye.
Bye.